Our management is not playing around and has just summoned a true scoring machine from college football, a specialist, to step onto our field and take the starting position by force. Who is this cold and calculating elite player that can decide our fate at the buzzer? Hold your breath, as I will reveal his identity shortly. The earthquake doesn't stop there. The strategy to fix our biggest offensive black hole has just leaked. We rescued a true bulldozer in the trenches, a brutal giant who went unnoticed by almost the entire league, but who has the exact strength to shield our offense once and for all. To close this scenario, they have just opened up and placed our recruiting class at the absolute top of the NFL, with an excellence rating that is already terrifying our rivals. But pay close attention to the missing piece. This unanimous acclaim hides a deep tactical trap in the fine print, and I guarantee you have no idea what this lethal blind spot is. One way or another, it looks like the Washington Commanders will have a former Big Ten standout as their starting kicker for the 2026-27 season. As a fan who follows every move, I know this is an important opportunity. After a busy NFL draft, which saw the franchise select linebacker Sonny Styles, among others, the management is extending an invitation to the rookie minicamp to a promising talent. Drew Stevens will have the opportunity to showcase his talent in May, according to Matt Zinitz of CBS Sports. The Commanders will strategically welcome the undrafted kicker coming from Iowa, and, if he is successful, he will earn a spot on the roster and compete with Jake Moody for the starting position. Stevens was named to the All-Big Ten in all 4 of his seasons with the Hawkeyes, converting 76 of 95 field goal attempts and all but 2 of his 126 extra point attempts. The 22-year-old made 4 of 6 kicks from 50 yards in 2025, a statistic that certainly caught Washington's attention. Moody had a solid performance after joining the Commanders last November, converting 10 of 11 field goal attempts in 6 games, but his history in the NFL leaves much to be desired. The player, a consensus All-American in 2021 and a 2-time Big Ten's best kicker, suffered a sharp decline in performance with the San Francisco 49ers. After a promising debut season, he ended up being released right in the first game of the 2025-26 season. The Commanders renewed Moody's contract in March, so he should have at least one chance to keep his spot on the roster. Drew Stevens, however, could be an ambitious challenger. He will try to make a memorable first impression on Coach Dan Quinn and the rest of the organization when the rookie minicamp begins. The competition for the kicker position could be significantly beneficial for both players. And now, get ready for the solution. You're going to find out how the Commanders may have resolved their biggest problem on the offensive line. With the 2026 NFL Draft concluded, the Washington Commanders prioritized strengthening their offensive line, using their 209th overall pick in the 6th round to select center Matt Golban from Michigan State University. Throughout our comprehensive coverage of the third day of the draft, the need for a resilient and intelligent offensive lineman was a recurring theme. And Golban possesses the fundamental characteristics needed to stabilize Washington's constantly evolving offensive trenches. On the eve of the draft, the internal offensive line was the elephant in the room for the Commanders' management. The organization took a risky and inexplicable gamble in February when they released center Tyler Biadasz, a Pro Bowl selection. After being a starter in 31 games over the last 2 seasons and being a pillar of the offense, Biadasz was cut to create a relatively modest $285 million in salary cap space. Just for fans to watch, with much sadness, the signing of a lucrative 3-year, $30 million contract with the Los Angeles Chargers just days later. After the release, the team, atypically, remained inactive during free agency. In addition to relying on veteran Nick Allegretti, who performed admirably at the end of last season, and putting Brandon Coleman on the market as an option to bolster the roster, Washington completely ignored the veteran center position market. This evident gap left a cloud of uncertainty hanging over the offense. Fans and analysts wondered if general manager Adam Peters had a foolproof plan to protect Jayden Daniels at the center of the field. By waiting until the 209th pick to address the issue, the front office made it clear that they see something special in Golban. To fill this gap considerably, Golban is a powerful player at 1.93 man-hours and 138 kilos, who brings 5 years of proven collegiate experience on the field. He spent his first 4 seasons dedicating himself at Wake Forest, playing primarily as a guard. Before transferring to Michigan State for his final year in 2025, Golban truly anchored the offensive line in East Lansing. He elevated his game to a new level impressively. He started 11 games as a center, earned the respect of the locker room as team captain, and consistently posted elite statistics. We are talking about a grade of 87.8 in pass protection, according to Pro Football Focus last season. He is a wall in pass protection, allowing only 5 pressures on 426 pass protection snaps with the Spartans. He demonstrates strength and power in his legs in the ground game and excels at shedding defensive tackles on inside zone plays. Golban is exactly the type of player you want competing at training camp to push Allegretti for the starting spot. He is also not strictly tied to the center position. His extensive starting experience at the guard position in college football gives him the positional versatility that NFL coaching staffs crave, even though scouts note that he does not possess the longest arms or elite lateral agility. For zone blocking schemes, his raw strength, maturity acquired from college football, and solid base make him an immediate boost to the offensive line. He is a dense and firm blocker who stays close to his opponents. To considerably neutralize any reach disadvantage, late-round picks aim to find high-level players who can contribute immediately on special teams or as rotational options, and Washington hit the mark with this pick. Golban has the profile and leadership of a player who will stay in the league for a long time, potentially becoming the big Day 3 revelation of the draft that this franchise so desperately needed. The Washington Commanders executed their plan almost perfectly during the 2026 NFL Draft. After securing one of their top targets, linebacker Sonny Styles from Ohio State, the Commanders further bolstered their roster on both sides of the ball considerably, selecting players like wide receiver Antonio Williams from Clemson, defensive end Joshua Josephs from Tennessee, and running back Kaytron Allen from Penn State. As the preseason wraps up, Washington is excited about the new additions to their roster. Several players selected in the draft can compete for spots on the starting team. The franchise was already internally confident in their achievement. That said, it's good to see the Commanders being recognized nationally in a significant way. The Washington Commanders received a B+ for the 2026 NFL draft class. After the draft, Carter Bonds of CBS Sports evaluated the new players from all 32 NFL teams. The Commanders earned a B+, tied with the New York Giants as the best in the NFC East. Only two teams in the league received a higher grade, the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders, both with an A. In addition to Washington, 7 other franchises received a B+. Styles is expected to have an immediate impact in the middle of the defense. The Commanders already have the replacement for Von Miller, Bonds wrote. The veteran linebacker remains a free agent, and selecting the best player at his position in the draft suggests that Washington is fine with letting him go. There is always a discussion about positional value when it comes to selecting inside linebackers in the first round. But Styles has been widely considered a top 10 talent since his impressive performance at the Combine, Bonds added. On the offensive side, Washington earned an A+ for securing Williams in the third round, and a B+ for signing Allen later on. Washington also identified some new weapons for Jaden Daniels, Bonds wrote. With Terry McLaurin's return as the only certainty in the receiver group, the Commanders needed to come away from this draft with a quality receiver. To inject a bit of young excitement into the group, they accomplished that with Antonio Williams, who played in the slot receiver position at Clemson. And he will have plenty of ease getting open in this offense, Bonds continued. And at running back, Kaytron Allen was half of a dynamic duo at Penn State for 4 years, and now brings to Washington a more physical and aggressive style of play. Only time will tell which of the Commanders' draft choices will meet expectations, and ultimately will have a considerable positive impact on the franchise. The rookies will get their first opportunity at the upcoming rookie minicamp. As a fan, I'm optimistic about the additions to the roster. The draft seems to have been well executed by the organization. The positive evaluation from experts about the Commanders draft is encouraging for all fans. A B places the team among the best of the draft, which is exactly what Washington needed after a disappointing season. Analysts recognize that Adam Peters made smart choices on both sides of the ball. The combination of Sonny Styles on defense and Antonio Williams on offense shows a balanced approach. The Commanders did not focus solely on one area, but attempted to strengthen multiple positions. This is exactly the type of strategy that can lead to success in the NFL. As a fan of the Commanders, I'm impressed with the overall draft performance. The selections seem to make sense and have the potential to positively impact the team. The selection of Matt Golban also shows that Peters is thinking long-term. Roster depth is crucial for success in the NFL. The Commanders appear to be building a deeper and more resilient roster. This is exactly what the team needs to compete in the NFC East. The future of the Commanders looks promising with these new additions. If these players can develop as expected, the team may surprise many critics. I hope Adam Peters continues to make smart choices. Hey, fan, after finding out that the Commanders are inviting Drew Stevens to the rookie minicamp where he can compete for the kicker position, understanding that Matt Golban might solve the biggest problem on the offensive line with his 6th round selection, and knowing that experts have impressively praised the Commanders draft class with a grade of AI, which of these situations makes you feel more hopeful? Do you believe Drew Stevens will be able to win the competition against Jake Moody and secure the starting kicker position? Or will Moody keep his spot on the roster? And more importantly, do you trust that Adam Peters will make the right choices to build a competitive roster that can challenge the Eagles in the NFC East? Or are we just postponing the inevitable and need more drastic changes in the organization? Leave your opinion in the comments. I want to know what you think about the future of the Washington Commanders.